Okay, and this is Top Tips Grammar, and I'm going to start with the preterite tense today. Okay, I'm going to go through these 4 sections. We are looking at the preterite, which is one of the past tenses. It's the key past tense. It means I did. So it's a completed action in the past. So for example, I ate or I did eat. I drank, I went, I saw, I visited, I listened, I learned. Okay. If you're working at the lowest level, so for example, if you wanted to work between grades 1 and 4, instead of knowing how it works, you just learn a few set phrases off by heart. Here they are. You can see the English. I'll just read through the pronunciation. You learn the words off by heart on flashcards and use them in your work. Fui, fuimos, fue. Get the pronunciation of those 3 right. They're key for your bag of tricks, these 3. Fui, fuimos, fue. Comí, bebí, jugué, jugamos, visité, escuché, salí con, estudié, vi, trabajé, or something a bit more advanced, me lavé. Remember, you can pause this at any time and go back over it, practice the pronunciation, or test yourself on the meaning and learn those. Moving forward, grade 4, 5, 6, you should be looking at how to form it yourself. Remember, we work from the infinitive. So for example, hablar, to talk. And then we'd take off the last 2 letters and we would add the new endings. Remember, the endings always go in the same order. So it's always, it will be aste, o, amos, astes, aron, I, you, he, she, it, we, use, they. So for example, hablar, hablé, hablaste, habló, hablamos, hablastes, hablaron. Notice with the preterite, we've only got 2 sets of endings to learn. We have the AR ending, and then all the other verbs are ER or IR. So let's take our friend to live, vivir. Take off the IR and we get viví, viviste, vivió. Vivimos, vivisteis, vivieron. Remember, I lived, you lived, he lived, we lived, yous lived, they lived. You, yous, you all. Okay, so there's your endings, and the more variety you use, your higher your grade. So if you were able to use a variety of these endings, you're going to get a higher grade. But you also need to recognize. The key thing to recognize is the accent. E with an accent, I with an accent. We're in the past tense. Okay. There are some irregular verbs. These are the most important. So what's the least you can get away with learning? I would say the verb to go. Ir, I went, we went. Fui, fuimos. Jugar is only slightly irregular. You should know it. Jugar or football, to play football. Jugué or jugamos, it's a spelling change. This verb hacer comes up especially on the question, what did you do? ¿Qué hiciste? That word is really key to understanding the question. What did you do? ¿Qué hiciste? But it is irregular. Hice, I did my homework. Hice mis deberes. Or hizo is often used with weather. Hizo sol, it was sunny. Hizo frío, it was cold. Hizo calor, it was hot. And the verb to have is also irregular. So I had an accident. Tuve un accidente. Tuve un accidente. So those 4 are the key irregular verbs. And here's some practice for you. If you want to write them out and send me a photo, I'll mark it for you. Just make sure that I can see what the question was originally. And that's some nice little practice for you to practice through the preterite tense. Any questions? Get in touch.